Hello, it's Mike Richardson here, and I'm looking forward to being with you for your leadership session this week. And Combiz and Greg have asked me to facilitate the conversation and to get us started. I'm glad that you came here to watch this video and then to read the copy that's below, and also do a little bit of pre-work in the form of some questions to ponder that I've laid out. You know, we're going to talk about the fact that you're growing and you're scaling and you want to go onwards and upwards to a bigger, better, brighter future, and you're in traction on the trajectory to do that. And in anticipation of you scaling up, I want to help you wrestle with a key question, a question that I've faced throughout my career, and it reflects the title of my book, which is called Wheelspin, the Agile Executive's Manifesto. And the question that I pose in that book is why, despite all of our great investments in our businesses, the way that we develop leaders and we develop teams and we develop products and processes and projects, why do we experience a lot more wheel spin than we should? Notice the dollar sign in wheel spin. Wheel spin can cost you an absolute fortune in terms of lost efficiency and effectiveness, focus, productivity, a loss of your sense of passionate purpose, and of course lost potential, and in general terms a lack of traction. So as you anticipate scaling up, as you anticipate growing, I want to help you think through that question and start to think through the answers. And the answer, of course, is agility, or rather a lack of agility. And so that's what we're going to focus in on in our session. And the big problem that everybody's facing these days that explains why all corporations are pivoting to agile, whether they are startups to large global corporates, whether they're high-tech or low-tech, whether they're local or global, all corporations are pivoting to agile because of this thing called VUCA. Volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. VUCA is a military term which has now been widely used in the commercial world. And so it's a very relevant acronym for all of us. I'm not a big fan of acronyms, but it's out there and I want you to know more about it. Would you agree with me that we live in an accelerating VUCA world? Now there's two flavors of VUCA. There's external VUCA and there's internal VUCA. External VUCA is the competitive VUCA, the regulatory VUCA, the technical VUCA, the economic VUCA, the social demographic VUCA, and all those kinds of things. Internal VUCA, as you grow, goes exponential just because of the raw math of growth. As you scale up, you will find that it gets harder and harder and harder to sustain good communication, coordination, and collaboration between departments. You'll find that things start to break down, that things start to silo, and we get more tension and we get more fragmentation, and if we're not careful, we get more disorganized chaos. And so the trick here is to anticipate VUCA, to anticipate the external and internal VUCA, and to develop an agility operating system that can cope with this VUCA. Not just survive in this VUCA, but thrive and to prosper in this VUCA. When we're agile, VUCA is full of opportunity. When we're fragile, VUCA is full of threat. So we're going to talk about what it takes to create an agility operating system, and the backbone questions that we ask as part of that. Why agile? What is agile? And by the way, what is it not? Who do you need to be in the equation of your agility as leaders, as a team, as an organization, as an innovation machine, and when you add all of that, as an enterprise. So we're going to ask, who do you need to be in the equation of your agility, and then how, where, and when do you get started? I'm going to suggest an on-ramp of some actions to get you started to a more agile future. So the solution is to develop an agility operating system, and we'll talk about that in some great depths. And in particular, we'll talk about the core challenge inside all of that, which is a culture of agility and the core values that you need to be agile. Now, you have a good set of core values, and I'm going to make some suggestions on how you can flesh those out, how you can build upon those, and how you can really make those core values and the surrounding culture a part of the core solution for your agility challenge. And that will help you go onwards and upwards in the future. So you've got some pre-work, pre-reading to do. Just down below, I invite you to read those questions, to ponder, and just be considering those as you get ready for the session. How is your agility being tested these days as an enterprise, with your innovation, with your business model migration, as an organization, as a team, as a leader or an individual team member? That's the first question. Second question, what kinds of VUCA are you experiencing, external and internal? And third question, what kinds of wheel spin are you experiencing? What kinds of things are you not getting traction upon on that desired trajectory that you have? So I'm looking forward to being with you in anticipation of you scaling up, helping you figure out the agility operating system with something in it for everybody, a fun, fast and focused journey onwards and upwards to a bigger, better and brighter future, profitable growth for all. I look forward to being with you next week. Mike Richardson.